Hi everyone, Dr. Kalaiko here, and today I want to take you through a grounding meditation specifically for anxiety and grief. So this past couple of weeks, it's been a very traumatic news cycle with a lot of, violent incidents happening in our communities across the US especially, from Atlanta to Boulder, and just the string of anti-Asian attacks that have been happening since the beginning of the pandemic, really. And so for some of us, hearing about these events, and maybe some things are happening to you or your own loved ones as well, and that sometimes triggers past memories of incidents in our own life, whether it's violence or other forms of trauma. And so it's very common to feel feelings of grief, of rage. Maybe it's difficult for you to sleep, to eat, to concentrate. And so I just want you to know that you're not alone and it's not your fault. So I'll give you some tools as far as, grounding meditation that might be able to help if you feel like your anxiety levels are getting really high. Maybe you feel like you're in a crisis and things like that. So let's start with some deep breaths. So take an inhale through your nose and let it out. Open the mouth and exhale. And feel free to let out an audible sigh. Make some noise when you exhale. That can really help to release some tension. And notice that I'm sitting on the ground right now. So for some of us, it can feel really grounding to get on the floor, whether you're sitting, maybe you want to lie down if that's accessible to you, or you can even just sit in a chair. You can do this anywhere, really. Taking some deep breaths. So again, take an inhale through the nose, open the mouth and exhale. And then one more time, take an inhale. Fill the lungs, feel the rib cage expand, and then exhale. So the next kind of breathing exercise I want to take you through is often called the square breath. So what you do, we'll start with inhaling to a count of 3. So inhale, 1, 2, 3, and hold the breath for 3, 1, 2, 3. And then exhale to a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hold it. 1, 2, 3. And let it go. And just breathe normally for a little bit. And let's do it again. So inhale. 1, 2, 3. And hold it. 1, 2, 3. And exhale. 1, 2, 3. And hold it. 1, 2, 3. So one more time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3. And retain the breath. 1, 2, 3. And exhale. 1, 2, 3. And hold it. 1, 2, 3. So this square breath, as it's sometimes called, is another technique that you can use when you're feeling high levels of stress or anxiety or grief. It's something that I sometimes use before like a big presentation or something like that to calm down the sympathetic nervous system, or that fight and flight feeling of when your heart is racing and you're just like overly stimulated. So it really has kind of a calming effect. So I wouldn't do that more than maybe 3 or 4 times maximum, and then just go back to like a normal pace of breathing after that. And you'll notice a big difference between when you started and when you finish doing that breathing exercise. So another kind of tool that you can use, and you can turn to this really at any time in any place that you are, is when you're experiencing a high level of stress or anxiety, just think to yourself, what are you doing in this moment? So for me, I mentioned I'm sitting on the floor. So I just say to myself in my head, or you can say it out loud, woman sitting on the floor, breathing. Woman sitting on the floor, breathing. And you keep repeating that to yourself, and really kind of focus. It takes your attention to the present moment, as opposed to maybe you've been having some racing thoughts or unhelpful or harmful thoughts that are in your head. So that's one technique to kind of bring you back to the present moment and really ground you in what's happening in the here and now. So those are some techniques that I wanted to share with you today. They don't take away your grief or your rage or whatever it is that you might be feeling, but what they do is take you from that crisis level back to some kind of baseline level. And it is perfectly normal and healthy to feel, different emotions, especially when there's difficult and tragic things happening in the world and maybe around you in your personal circles. So I encourage you to feel your emotions. It's normal to cry. It's normal to scream. All of those are normal, healthy ways of releasing difficult emotions. And also, if you are in crisis, there are free resources available to you. So there's the crisis text line. You can text the word HOME, HOME, to the number 741-741. And that will put you in touch with a crisis counselor that can text message with you and serve as kind of a sounding board and a listening ear when you're feeling like you're in crisis. There is also the Suicide Prevention Lifeline, which is 800-273-8255. And that will put you in touch with a live person who can speak to you over the phone if you prefer that method. If you want to find more of, maybe a long-term solution, I recommend therapy for really anybody. You don't have to be diagnosed with depression, anxiety, or any sort of mental illness per se. It can also help you with everyday stressors and things like that. So you can go to psychologytoday.com to find a therapist and filter by gender, ethnicity, LGBTQIA status, faith, and language, and some other parameters as well, and find one that's near you, by zip code. You can also, if you have health insurance, you can contact your health insurance company and find out about the mental health benefits that are included in your plan. And they can help you find a provider in their network, typically through their website, or you can call the 800 number on your insurance card as well. So hope these resources and techniques were helpful to you, and I'll see you next time.